over at Cowen. Thanks for being with us. I mean, Salesforce has been such a winner. It's up about 40% since May. What are your thoughts? I mean, what a nice turnaround for this company. Still has room to run here?
Yeah, well, we were at Dreamforce.
To a $300 price target. You talk about the margins a lot and the good numbers that they've been pulling in, but also say here, we think margin guide is conservative and expect more beats and raise going ahead. So what's really driving this and how does it continue? They must just be doing everything right in this turnaround.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's just what I said in terms of
the big picture. You mentioned it a little bit about synergies and mergers and acquisition and the growth going forward. This is a way to have that vertical growth at the same time, while the management has this philosophy to hold off on spending, and that's been a number one priority to keep that spending under control.
Well, I think that they're finding pockets of areas to shift.
Mentioned that in the note, Customer 360 remains an important focus in a cookieless world where first-party data is critical, and really a privacy-oriented approach to marketing. That's a big part of it as well. I'm curious to think how it does in comparison to any of the competitors. Is there anything like this, like Salesforce in particular? By the way, I just wanted to correct. When I said 300, that was from your note from August. The 325 is your current price target, which you put out late in September. So even more bullish on the stock. Tell me about the competition landscape and where Salesforce fits in.
So Customer 360 and first-party data, that's
the companies, as you mentioned, right, from SAP and Oracle. It's good to chat with you about all of this. Derek Wood, thank you very, very much. Nice to see you. Derek Wood over at Cowen, the 325 target on Salesforce. But come back soon. Give us some updates. Thanks. At Mizuho Americas, and Brian Bergen, IT and Business Services Sector Analyst over at Cowen. Thank you both for being with us. Brian, I'll start with you as we take a look at some of these names that seem so similar but different. As a pro, you really can distinguish which ones are which and why people should jump into the group or certain names over others. Tell us more.
Yeah, sure, Nicole. Thanks for having me today. What I would say is, each of...
It's a trend that we're seeing. It's business behavior, it's digitization, it's growth. Sati, as you take a look, we just showed some of the names. Ceridian's one of the names that you had a buy on, right? You like that name. Tell us why.
Yes, Nicole, good to be.
Executives in Las Vegas learning more about the company, and your target right now is a buy 130. Brian, as you take a look at the group here, you talk a lot about the tailwinds. And understandably, in a world where we're seeing digital transformation, as we're discussing here, are there headwinds, or is it just so much demand that all of these companies really have a place?
So there could be some for some of the incumbent providers as you have switching behavior.
Yes, I think last year, in fact,
digital cloud technology and some of these names that are real winners here. It's great to chat with you both. A very important topic. I'm glad you're both here. Brian Bergen of Cowen and Sati Panigrahi of Mizuho. Thank you both very, very much. Wonderful to see you. Great discussion. Thanks.